$45 per barrel. Since the oil cap was introduced in 2023, oil prices have gone down. They now trade very close to the cap level. By lowering the cap, we adapted to changed market conditions and restore its effectiveness. Oil exports still represent 1/3 of Russia's government revenues. We need to cut this source of revenues. The oil price cap is a G7 coalition measure, so we will discuss at G7 in Canada at the end of this week or beginning of next week how to act together. In addition, to better enforce the cap, on top of the 342 vessels already listed, we list today additional 77 vessels that are part of the Russian shadow fleet. These vessels are a means to evade sanctions. With our listings, we severely constrain Russia's options to export its oil through a shadow fleet. Finally, we introduce a ban on the import of refined products based on Russian crude oil. In this way, we want to prevent that some of the Russian crude oil reaches the EU market through the back door. Now let's have a look at the banking sector, the second part. We're targeting the Russian banking sector by limiting its ability to raise funding and conduct transactions. We propose to transform the existing prohibition to use the SWIFT system into a full transaction ban. And we propose to apply such a transaction ban to another 22 Russian banks. We also propose to extend the transaction ban to financial operators in third countries that finance trade to Russia in circumvention of sanctions. And we also propose to sanction the Russian Direct Investment Fund, its subsidiaries and its investment projects. In this way, an important channel for financing projects to modernize the Russian economy and strengthen its industrial base will be strictly limited. Now, the third point is that we propose further export bans worth more than 2.5 billion euros. This ban deprives the Russian economy of critical technology and industrial goods. So we're targeting machinery, metals, plastics and chemicals. They are used as raw materials in industry. And we also restrict the export of dual-use goods and technologies that are used for producing drones, missiles and other weapon systems. We want to make sure that Russia does not find ways to modernize its weapons with European technologies. Fourth and final, we want our sanctions better applied and respected. That is why we widen the scope of the transaction ban that already exists. And we list 22 Russian and foreign companies providing direct or indirect support to Russia's military and industrial complex. Putin's ability to sustain the war very much depends on the support he receives from third countries. Those who support Russia's war and the efforts of conquering Ukraine carry a heavy responsibility. With this package, we step up pressure on Russia. Our objective is very clear. We are reiterating the call for a full, unconditional ceasefire of at least 30 days. This pause in hostilities could serve as a vital step towards reducing civilian suffering, allow space for meaningful talks for a genuine peace.
Thank you, President von der Leyen. HRVP Kallas.
Good afternoon. This context where we adopt this package today is very, very stark. It is clear that Russia does not want peace. Nothing suggests that Russia is ready for peace. On the contrary, Russia is escalating its war in Ukraine. Maternity hospitals, emergency medical wards, civilian houses and infrastructure are not military targets. This is an outright illegal war. Russia is cruel, aggressive and a danger to us all. And we act now to support Ukraine, but also put the pressure on Russia. As the President said, the next round of EU sanctions against Russia will target Russia